Fort Myers activist is working to dissolve the Fort Myers Police Department and have the Lee County Sheriff's Office take over the city's patrols and criminal investigations.
That's exactly right, Jane. We're talking about local activist Anthony Thomas. Now, Anthony says taxpayers in Fort Myers aren't getting their money's worth with the police department, and he's collecting signatures to try to put the issue on next year's presidential primary ballot. Four Corners' Carl Fortier spoke to Thomas about why he believes voters will agree with him, and getting reaction from a member of the Fort Myers Police Review Board who says, not so fast.
We're going to get it done, and the voters are going to decide the issue.
Activist Anthony Thomas says that issue is whether or not the people of Fort Myers want to continue being protected by the Fort Myers Police Department or have the Lee County Sheriff's Office take over patrols and investigations in the city.
So it really is a financial situation where we're asking the citizens of Fort Myers to look at their pocketbook and see the Sheriff Department can do the service better.
He says since other Lee County cities like Bonita Springs and Estero have opted against having their own police departments, Fort Myers should do the same.
Why should the city of Fort Myers taxpayers continue to pay $46 million out of a $100 million budget for a police service that they can get free from the Lee County Sheriff Department?
The issue has already been on a ballot during a 2013 city election when voters overwhelmingly decided to keep the department. Thomas says he already has several hundred of the 4,000 signatures he needs to put the question of dissolving the police department to the voters. This time, Thomas believes putting it on 2020's presidential primary ballot will give the measure a better chance of passing. But Crystal Johnson of the city's police review board says don't count the police department out just yet.
I see them putting forth effort to make the corrections, to do a better job.
While Thomas says he's unimpressed with the performance of Chief Derek Diggs after 3 years on the job, Johnson says Diggs has made improvements, such as overcoming past perceptions of racial bias within the department.
They have been trying to, bridge those gaps, do better. I'm not ready to just say I would like for the disbandment of the police department.
Both LCSO and Fort Myers Police declined to comment on this story. If voters decide to keep the department, Thomas says he'll next try to get voters to make the police chief's job an elected position. In Fort Myers, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.